and what you can see on the metadata page is exactly this. So you can select the page here, the details revenue body care, and you can see that I have used 5 meshes on this page. There are 7 visuals and 3 tables. And if you have a look at which visuals are there, there is a clustered bar chart, a pivot table, 2 slicers, and a line stack. So today I will show you how you can extract the metadata of your visuals out of your Power BI file. So in the end, you will be able to create a dashboard that contains all the information about your visuals. So a dashboard about your dashboard. You know that I love to do these things because also the data health dashboard was a dashboard about your data in the dashboard, and now we can make also a dashboard about the dashboard. So let's jump into Power BI and I will show you what I did. So here we are in Power BI and you can see that I made a dashboard about my dashboard because here you can see the pages. I have selected the details revenue body care page, which is this one. And you can see on this page there are several visuals like a column chart, a bar chart, and a matrix. And as there are also bookmarks, there are 2 matrices in the end. And what you can see on the metadata page is exactly this. So you can select the page here, the details revenue body care, and you can see that I have used 5 meshes on this page. There are 7 visuals and 3 tables. And if you have a look at which visuals are there, there is a clustered bar chart, a pivot table, 2 slicers, and a line stack, which is this one. So I think this is really awesome because this is the first step again to make visible what's in your dashboard. And if you read out all your dashboards, you could have the information what's going on in your dashboards about all of them, which is much more awesome again. And here you can also select the visuals, so the matrix for the order ID or the product if you know which visual you are looking for. Or you can say, I want to see all the clustered bar charts on all pages. Then you can see that there are 6 visuals, 2 tables, and 1 measure is used. And you can see that there are 6 of them, and here you can see the title of them and the page where they are located. So I think this is pretty awesome because, like I said, again, it's the first step to make it visible. And if you know it, you could also go back and import the data back into the Power BI and change them. But today we will focus on the export and on how to make it visible. The first thing you have to do is you have to enable the PBIP saving. I guess you could also read it out of the PBIX, but I use the PBIP. So you have to go to the options. You have to go to the preview features and enable at least the Power BI PBIP save option and the store reports using enhanced metadata format PBIR. You can also enable and also the TMDL, but I guess this should be enough. Then you can go click on OK and you have to restart Power BI again. After doing so, you can save your file as the PBIP instead of the PBIX. Just change that and save it. After doing so, you will see in this folder that you have the PBIP here, and you get 2 folders, one time the .report folder and another time the .semantic model folder. And all the information about the visuals are in the .report folder, in the definitions, on the pages, and here you have the single pages. Here you already have a pages.json where you can find all the pages, but that's not very useful because it's only their crazy number, but not the real title from the dashboard. So we will not need this JSON file. But if you go into a specific page, there is again a page.json. And in this page.json, you can see the crazy name again, but also the display name, which is much more helpful because the display name is the name of your page in the dashboard. So customer, for example, is, so this is the customer page in this case. And if you then go on the visuals, you can see here several visuals with crazy numbers again. But this, I guess, are the lineage text, but I'm not so sure. And then if you go into the single visuals, and the specific one, you can find the visual.json. And here we can find all the information about this visual. So you can see here the object's value, you can see which font is used, you can see that it is a current visual, you can see that there is a measure and that there is the lifetime value. You can see where the lifetime value is coming from. What do we have here? Yeah, here we have a clustered bar chart. It's coming from e-commerce. We have the order ID and we have the sum of the revenue, and it is shortly descending by the sum of the revenue. And these are, like I said, the informations we want to read out. So we will copy this code. We will go to ChatGPT and we will ask ChatGPT now to help us. I decided to do it with the PowerShell code because the PowerShell code I can run directly in the Windows environment, and I only wanted to do a proof of concept because if I can make it run with PowerShell, it will also work with another scripting language like Python. So the first thing we are doing is we will ask ChatGPT for help. Can you write me a PowerShell code to read out the German PBIP of a PowerBI file and store the results in a CSV. The files you should read out are the visual.json files in this folder. So we need the folder where the files are located, which is this one. We will copy the path and copy paste it in here, folder. The CSV should be also saved in this folder. So here, so we will delete the old version and we will see what's happening. We will just test run the code. But maybe we will also give him the structure of the visual.json to make sure he knows it. So, but not of the slice. Yeah, we will go with a table and see what's going to happen. This is an example for a visual.json. So he's adapting the PowerShell script, but he also changed to German now. I don't know why. I will just tell him to switch back to English, please. But anyway, you can already see that he's reading out some things here. The title field, the sorted field, the visual, the page ID. But we can also tell him that he should also take the page name with him, because I can see that he's only reading out the crazy ID we had a look at, and we want to have the page name. Can you also add the page name? The page name can be found in the page from JSON, and the page JSON is in this part. Please stick to English. So we have to find the page JSON, which is here. So we have to copy that, and we will see what he is adding now. So he's switched back to English. Good for you. And he's writing, which is good for me. So yeah, you can see here's the page ID, the page name, the visual ID, the visual type, the title, the fields. And now we will test run this code. So we will copy the code. You have to click right here, go to the Windows terminal and paste the code in here. And then we will see what is happening. We will go to the visual metadata detailed, and you can see he did not what he should do. So the file is empty, and we will tell him exactly that. So unfortunately, the file is empty and not showing the information. Then I guess we could help him by copying in the code, and he can find out what went wrong, and let them do the adaptations. And now he's switching again to German, which is super annoying. So he's fixing things, and we will test run the code again. And we will test run that. Oh, looks like he did something, which does not make sure it's been the right thing. But you can see he did something. The data, text to columns, next comma, next finish. And what we can see here now is that he did something, but we have no titles, so he did not find the titles. And I did also not like what he found in the fields, so maybe we will give him another visual file and see if it is working better. We will make sure that it is a budget or something like this. So this is a table we do not like to have the table. We will go with the pivot table. Close this. Can you please show the information? But I guess we will really go for a budget because we will get into troubles again with this table. Yeah, it's much better now because in the file before there were not enough information about columns and measures, which is much better in the budgets. So we will see if it is working better now then. He's rewriting the script and test run. Looks good. Then we will have a look. Is this the right file now? Data, text columns, next, comma, next, finish. So what did you do now? It looks also good, but we missed some information. We can see the sorted fields. We can also see the fields, but we do not have the field type. So we do not know if it is a measure or a column, which I do not like. I guess we will just ask him if he can deliver the additional information, like the field type. We will just ask, can you add the field type, or much better, the axis the meshes are used? And can you please add the sorting type? So if it is ascending or descending, we have to close this file. This is right because he knows he has to look for if it's a column or a measure, he has to look for the sort direction, and he has to look for the categories. This is also right. So he's adapting the script now. Test run it again. We get no error, so it should work out. This is the file at the moment. And so we can see the page ID, the page name, which is empty. So we have to tell him where he finds the page name later because we do not like that. And he also did not really find which type it is. He found the sort direction, the sorted fields, and he's mixing up the used fields here. So we have to say him that he should split up the used fields into column, category, and measure in separate rows. This is the first thing we want to tell him. So can you make sure that there is a column for the field type which says column or measure at the moment you concatenate it? I do not like that. And you did also not read out the page name. The page name can be found in the page.json. So we have to look definitions, pages. It is the display name here. But we have to give them the path also. So we have to close this. Now we will have a look if it's going to finish. So the page name, he still has troubles. The visual ID he found. The type he did also find. This he got also right because now we know the column and the measure, which is great. We also know the sort direction, but with the page name he still has his problems. So we need to help him here, but I guess we will be able to do that. So we will go back, have a look at the JSON and tell him again, you are still missing the page name from the pages. How is it called? Page.json. We will paste it. The name of the name of the page is here. Yeah, it was looking for the wrong field. Okay, so he's correcting now. We have to close again and wait what he's doing. So copy and have a look at the CSV data text to columns for next finish. Now I will he's really making our life hard at the moment because he still has no page name. I guess he is still going for the wrong page from JSON as the page title. Please adapt the code. Please. So now he knows where the page in the file, the pages JSON lives. I hope he really understood. He's retrying, trying, and I really hope he got it right now, because otherwise I will give up. No, not filter, data, text to columns, next comma, next finish. Yes, we did. We have the details for our new body care as the page name. So you can see you really have to give him exact information. Really tell him where all these things are living. If you're doing this long enough and give him all the information you want to have, you will get such a files. This is in German, but I did the same more or less like I showed you now. I only added some additional informations like the X position, the height, width, and the tag border, and so on. But as soon as you made ChatGPT to give you this file, you have one, because you can now import, like always, this file into your Power BI dashboard, and then you can start visualizing this file. So now you may be wondering what's the sense of doing that. But if you imagine that you have a lot of dashboards in a company and you want to find out what people are doing, and if you have duplicate dashboards, or if they are using measures they should not use, or whatever, you can also check the JSON themes. This is a very smart way to start because you can read out metadata of your visual. So I hope you liked the video. If you want to know more about other approaches, you can also find a link to the blog of Alexander Korn in my show notes, because Alexander was very helpful when I wanted to do that. So if you liked the video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Hope to see you soon and wish you a great day now. Bye bye.